is a material world. The Black Panther Party has chosen materialist assumptions on which to ground its ideology. This is a purely arbitrary choice. Idealism might be the real happening. We may not be here at all. We don't know whether we are in Connecticut or in San Francisco, whether we are dreaming and in a dream state, or whether we are awake and in a dream state. Perhaps we are just somewhere in a void. We simply can't be sure. But because the members of the Black Panther Party are materialists, we believe that someday scientists will be able to deliver the information that will give us not only the evidence, but the proof that there is a material world, and that its genesis was material, motion, and matter, not spiritual. Until that time, however, and for the purpose of this discussion, I merely ask that we agree on the stipulation that a material world exists and develops externally and independently of us all. With this stipulation, we have the foundation for an intelligent dialogue. We assume that there is a material world and that it exists and develops independently of us, and we assume that the human organism, through its sensory system, has the ability to observe and analyze the material world. Now, the dialectical materialist believes that everything in existence has fundamental internal contradictions. For example, the African gods south of Sahara always had at least two heads, one for evil and one for good. Now people create God in their own image, but they think he, for God is always a he in patriarchal societies, what he is like or should be. So the African said, in effect, I am both good and evil. Good and evil are the two parts of the thing that is me. This is an example of an internal contradiction. Western societies, though, split up good and evil, placing God up in heaven and the devil down in hell. Good and evil fight for control over people in Western religions, but they are two entirely different entities. This is an example of an external contradiction. This struggle of mutually exclusive opposing tendencies within everything that exists explains the observable fact that all things have motion and are in a constant state of transformation. Things transform themselves because while one tendency or force is more dominating than another, change is nonetheless a constant, and at some point the balance will alter and there will be a new qualitative development. New properties will come into existence, qualities that did not altogether exist before. Such qualities cannot be analyzed without understanding the forces struggling within the object in the first place, yet the limitations and determinations of these new qualities are not defined by the forces that created them. Class conflict develops by the same principles that govern all other phenomena in the material world. In contemporary society, a class that owns property dominates a class that does not own property. There is a class of workers and a class of owners, and because there exists a basic contradiction in the interests of those two classes, they are constantly struggling with one another.